episode, The Power of the Doctor. And of course, next year, Doctor Who was with Disney Plus. This video, wanted to talk about with having David Tennant come back as the 14th Doctor. Just wondering, is it a good idea? And I say, well, yes, but the one thing I'm trying to sort of work out is why the 10th Doctor and not any of the other Doctors. Now, I suppose it's all right, good idea, bring the 10th Doctor back, even though there was 3 other actors playing the Doctor after David Tennant. But why? This is the thing, and I'm just sort of wondering, is it a good idea? And this is the question I've been trying to look at. Is it a good idea? And, I suppose, yes, it is. But why not any of the other Doctors? Why this particular Doctor, the 10th one? But I suppose the way we all saw the 13th Doctor regenerate, and we all thought it was going to be the other guy. But of course, no. It's the 10th Doctor come back as the 14th Doctor, and the regeneration was totally different. Now, obviously, we know that the Toymaker has something to do with it, because when you see the Doctor, the TARDIS materialise, the 14th Doctor opens the door, comes out, and he's sort of looking around, and he looks straight down that way, and there's the Toymaker goes like this and waves. And, and then you hear the 15th Doctor say, oh, did someone tell me what the hell's going on? Now, of course, it seems that he must be in limbo, while the 14th Doctor, who was the 10th Doctor, ends up stopping the Toymaker again, because the Toymaker first appeared in an episode with the very first Doctor, played by William Hartnell. And of course, the first Doctor stopped the Toymaker. But, as we all know, when the Doctor stops one of the villains, you never know whether they actually stop or they end up coming back years later. And of course, I did see a bit of a clip of that episode of the Toymaker on the net, where they're saying to the Doctor, the Toymaker's gone, and the Doctor says, mate, he's sort of thinking, no, and he says, in other words, could come back. And of course the toy maker does come back, but interferes with the regeneration. Now, okay, it interferes with the regeneration, and of course when the 13th Doctor regenerates, it's one of the other cells come back as the 14th Doctor because of the toy maker mucking the regeneration up. Because as we all know, when the Doctor regenerates, it always has they always have previous self, and it always the next Doctor is in this clothes from his previous self. But with this one, no, because the toy maker's screwed the regeneration up. But I suppose it's sort of a good idea to have it where the toy maker ends up bringing back one of the other cells of the Doctor as sort of as the next Doctor mucks up the regeneration and so the 14th Doctor has to try and stop the toy maker, which that episode that's not until November next year. Now, it would have been a good idea if it was a bit earlier, months earlier. Just, I don't know why November, because that's, not, it's like before December, and then when December comes, everyone puts the Christmas decorations up ready for Christmas next year. All ready for Christmas in December next year. And I just don't know why we bring back the 10th Doctor. Why not any of the others? This is the thing. Why not any of the other Doctors? They could have brought back the 11th Doctor or the 12th Doctor, but no, it was the 10th. And I hope that in that 60th anniversary that comes out next year, they explain why the toy maker wanted that Doctor, the 10th Doctor. Why that one? Why not any of the others? And I hope they explain why. I mean, that the toy makers muck things up with the regeneration, because the Doctor, as I said, the Doctor regenerates, he's wearing his other self's clothes. So then, of course, he goes and changes and says, all this, and changes. But instead, in this one, because the toy makers, as I said, the toy makers affected regeneration, and it looks like the total clothes have changed, and it's the 10th Doctor, it's the 14th Doctor. And as we all saw, he goes, recognise these teeth, and then go, what? And then, of course, finishes there. But I think it's a good idea. Then been probably not so much not a good idea. But I suppose, Russell T Davies wants a bit of a regeneration twist. And that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But why the 10th Doctor? This is what I don't know why the 10th Doctor. because the toy maker never showed up when you had when the Ninth Doctor regenerated into the 10th Doctor. So I go through a bit of a cold. And there's no sign of the toy maker there. Until the 13th Doctor regenerates, and it's the 10th Doctor back as the 14th Doctor. And then it show a bit of the 60th anniversary that comes out next year, and as I said, the Doctor gets out the TARDIS, looks around, and the Toymaker looks down that way, and the Toymaker waves. Now, maybe the Toymaker has been hiding in the shadows for years. And then, as soon as, the 13th Doctor, standing on some mountain. Now this is something else I'll talk about. The console. Standing on a cliff. And you know, she says the lines, but the one line she says, "Tag, you're it," and I don't know why they have say that for, but anyway, they have a different line on it. Okay, fair enough. And then regeneration is 10th Doctor back as the 14th Doctor. Now the thing is he going to have the inside, the console room changed? Now the inside of the console room has to be different. You can't turn around. You can't have the 14th Doctor using the 13th Doctor's console room. Because the 10th Doctor had a different console room. And, I don't know. We haven't seen what the 14th Doctor's console room will be. Supposed to have some ramp for a wheelchair, because I think I've seen photos of Donna's grandfather in a wheelchair being pushed into the TARDIS. So it must have like some, maybe a ramp or something. I don't know. This was a photo and it's sort of a bit, so you didn't have a look close up. So we just have to wait till it comes out next year. But the thing is with the console room, you can't exactly have the console room like the 13th Doctor, because I think they dismantled it after finished and it was taken to some I think one of the museums where they have all the Doctor Who stuff and that. So it has to be different. So anyway. It has to be different. Because most of the Doctors, they like to have the console room different. Now the 9th and the 10th Doctor, their console room was sort of the same. But as soon as the 10th Doctor regenerating to the 11th Doctor, of course the whole inside of the TARDIS was destroyed and ended up changing new console room. So, for the 14th Doctor, which is the 10th Doctor back, which seemed a bit strange, but hang on. But that's right. But you know, I suppose because they wanted a bit of a twist with the regeneration, so that the inside of the TARDIS isn't ruined. But the 14th Doctor, you know, isn't exactly, I don't think is exactly going to be using, I'll use that console room. It would change. So, when the 14th Doctor regenerates into the 15th Doctor, naturally the console room will be changed again. I mean, I don't know, because we have none of us seen what that console room is going to be like for the 14th Doctor. Now, it's a good idea that they've got a bit of a regeneration twist, because the toy maker must have been watching when the 13th Doctor regenerated. Because the regeneration was outside the TARDIS. But the one thing is, how come the toy maker never showed up when it was the 9th Doctor, the 10th Doctor, the 11th Doctor, the 12th Doctor, and the 13th Doctor? Shows up with the 14th Doctor. Maybe Toymaker was hiding in the shadows, as they did with Missy, hiding in the shadows. But now, Master's back. But as we saw in the episode, is the Master gone? Was he killed? I guess we'll never know. I mean, we saw that he was killed because also he just pushed some button thing on a control he had in his hand, and the light came down and knocked the 13th Doctor off her feet. She tumbled and it took into the TARDIS, and of course her hands started glowing. So the regeneration was sort of in a start. It's the thing. It's not. It's sort of not a good idea. But then again, sort of a good idea. I mean, David. I mean, you know, all the other actors that played the Doctor did a good job, popular, and then David Tennant played the 10th Doctor. You know, very popular as well. I suppose the toy maker just picked one of the other Doctor's cells. Why I didn't pick any of the other Doctors, I don't know. But I've heard that David Tennant is going to be in, I think, 3 episodes. which, I mean, it's good to see David Tennant back. But it'd be nice to be able to see the other doctors as well, the 11th and the 12th. Whether they have them come back, I don't know. The one that played the 9th Doctor, maybe, I don't know. Him, I don't know. But I suppose it was sort of a bit of a cliffhanger. Probably not so much a cliffhanger, but to, regeneration twist. And, I guess that's what they wanted to do. Not sure why the 10th Doctor coming back as the 14th Doctor. Maybe the toy maker just picked what one and then decides to cause trouble. The actor playing the toy maker, he's a good actor as well. I suppose he got the right actor to play the part because he's very, good playing bad. So yeah, that's just more you want to leave a comment about this in the comment section below. Just leave a comment and let me know what you think, because is it a bit probably not desperate bringing back David Tennant, play the 14th Doctor. When I saw that, I thought, is it a good idea? I suppose in a way it is. But the one thing that one thing people shouldn't do on YouTube, on the net, is say to everyone, this is it's David Tennant's back as the 14th Doctor, before anyone has seen the episode. I mean, I suppose it's a good idea that David Tennant's back playing the 14th Doctor. I mean, he's sort of looks a bit confused and saying, why? What's going on? And then you've got the 15th Doctor in limbo. So, anyway, go now and anyway, don't forget to put a like, put a comment, share, subscribe, and just let me know in the comment section below what you think, because I mean, it's a good idea having the 10th Doctor come back as the 14th Doctor. I mean, it's good to see David Tennant, back in the role, and that's good. But it'd be good to see the others, the 11th and the 12th. So yeah, just let me know in the comment section below and what you think, because this thing is why. I mean, as I said, toy makers, it's got to do with something with the toy maker, because as I said, when the Doctor TARDIS materialises, the Doctor comes out, he's looking around, he looks down that way, and there's a Toymaker going way into it at him. So, yeah. But anyway, take everybody, and bye now.